It is hard to understand why football teams don't have yoga instructors. We often think teams with more talented players will have won the game. In this World Cup, we have seen teams with more talented players have lost the game. So there is a logical explanation to this. In this vlog, I will explain to you how teams can improve their performances through a yoga practice. If you like this subject, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel to support my channel. Teams actually winning the game isn't related how many talented players they have, as opposition team also have talented players. Okay, let's start. Teams all have mindful players are winning the game. As this is a proof of World Cup, the results that we are getting in this 2022 World Cup, the team players who have mindful players are winning the game. Mindfulness means paying full attention to the game that you're playing in. This can be we're talking about football, but not only in football, whatever task that you have taken and completing that task with full attention, it means that you're doing mindfully. Mindfulness means paying full attention to the game that you're playing. Paying full attention, it's not necessarily only in football, whatever tasks that you're doing, giving your full attention to that task, it means that you're mindfully doing that thing, whatever you do. So in football is no difference. Let's simply talk about how we can develop our mindfulness, how we can become more mindful. So mindful breathing, which is meditation. Increasing our concentration. Concentration can be increased with Samavritti pranayama. This is one of the pranayama only. In yoga practice, there are so many others that it won't fit into this short video. But I just like to mention one controlled breath, Samavritti pranayama, which is breath work, can increase your concentration. Expanding our awareness, not only the body that we have, but surroundings around us, and releasing tensions and stress. So these 4 steps that simply I explain to you to become more mindful. In a football game, in watching the games, I'm not a football man really, but I do watch this World Cup and I analyze as a yoga teachers, in the eyes of a yoga teachers, what these guys are trying to do and how they are doing. I came up with some astonishing results. In a football game, some players may be mindful for 60%, some 80%, 90%, even 100%, let's call it, if there were a football player. But it's related how many more mindful players in other team. So this is what it is. So people often talk about luck and so on, or unlucky, using the words unlucky or lucky. Actually, I will call it a more mindful. The team really had more mindful players spiritually. They have given more into the game, are winning the game, which is not related with luck. You notice physical abilities of the players come last on my list because both teams have talented players, physically strong players. How can a player be mindful during 90 minutes of the game until the last whistle? This is through meditation and yoga practice. It is possible. You can have more mindful players on the pitch than other teams who don't have a yoga instructors, let's call it, or you don't practice yoga. Because the teams who are practicing yoga will be more mindful or will have more mindful players on the pitch than the opposition. So I like to mention the Samavritti pranayama. Again, we said the breath work. If I explain the breath work, will really enable you to how to respond to the game mindfully, because breath is so important. Samavritti pranayama. This breath work will not only increase concentration for the game, but also will enable you to control the state of the mind. What do I mean by this? So often we've seen in the games, when players score goals, they celebrate like mad, running in front of the fans, and exaggerating the celebration. Then you may concede a goal 2 minutes later, 5 or 10 minutes later. Emotional state, you become high from here to there. You're so happy, you're so joyful. You may concede a goal 5-10 minutes later, or even 2 minutes later. Then this happiness, this joy goes back down again. So there is a fluctuation in your emotional state, up and down. So this brings an unclear mind. It quite quickly demoralizing yourself unnecessarily to the game when the opposition team score a goal. Then if they score another one, then you almost lose the faith. This often happens in this game. So this really surprised me, how this professional football plays, why they celebrate, and there's sometimes also this ego involved in it, and because it's a teamwork, if somebody scores the goal and he goes in front of the fans, it's like I, you know, there is a vibe there, like I've done it, I've scored a goal, but in fact he scored a goal with the teammates. Then there are a few seconds later, other teammates comes close to this person who scored the goal, then they hug each other, but there is a lost time there. Those a few seconds are important seconds. But at least in this World Cup, my point is, let's say if a striker scored a goal, celebrating with, at least in this World Cup, celebrating maybe first with the person who assists the goal, then celebrating with other teammates, and maybe sending out gazing quickly to the goalkeeper all the way back, but keeping that connection within all players. This feeling, this energy will grow in the team, and this team will become an unbreakable team. If you are segregating yourself, that you scored the goal, I, and this can also practice called karma yoga, will teach you really not to segregate yourself with an or, how to really become one, all in one. You know, 11 players should fill one player. No need to mention about flexible body, flexible mind throughout yoga asanas. This is a formation that is written. It can be different in different formation. These numbers can be different. Let's call this is a football team with 4-4-3 formation. So the connections, I will take this team to meditation groups in small group meditations first. Between the goalkeepers and the defenders, group of 5. And between defenders and midfielders, altogether, from all the goalkeeper, from goalkeeper to defenders and the midfielders, group of 9. Group of 9. Then from midfielders to goal scorers, again, group of 7. Then altogether, I will take this all players in one group. So then I will take all team in the group meditation sessions to increase the players' connection within each other, being grateful to each other, and establishing strong connection and mindfulness, all aspects of the game, and the connection with the team manager, even the strikers' connection all the way down to goalkeeper. Even if the goalkeeper feels, if the striker feels grateful to the goalkeeper, should feel that gratefulness in himself. So should feel we did this as one. So this is a spiritual side of the practice. Meditation is very, very powerful. People with teams, as I said, who will do this will be much more stronger than teams who don't. That's for now. Leave your comments below. If you'd like to get in touch, find my information down below the video. Stay calm. Namaste.